Everyone, this is Heather. I'm the lifestyle director for Great Sky, and today I thought that we could do a step-by-step little drawing that your little ones can do, you can do with them, and just have some fun and, beat the boredom. So this is what I came up with. It's a little Easter bunny. I didn't tear it well, don't look at that part. But little Easter bunny and some eggs. I thought it would be cute, Easter inspired. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure we have all the materials that we need. I have a regular pencil. I have a little eraser. And then I am borrowing my stepdaughter's holy moly crayon, pencil, marker, everything you could have ever wanted. And then I also have a little marker at the end. This original drawing I did with crayon. If that's all you've got, I'm going to use colored pencils today to show you it's the same process, but that you can do it with both things. And let's get started. So I have my picture in front of me. Right now I have my plain paper. I'm going to just take my pencil and I'm going to lightly sketch out this first middle egg right here. And to do that, I'm going to put a little line and a little bit bigger line down here on the bottom. And I'm going to use these to kind of connect. So if you see, I've got the small line up here and the bigger line down here. And I'm going to use that to connect. And then you've got your first egg. Real easy, doesn't have to be perfect. The next egg, I kind of like to make things asymmetrical. You can make them all standing up in a row if you want. I'm going to make my second egg kind of leaning, this one right here, leaning off to the side. So I'm going to make my small dash, and my big dash is going to hide behind this other egg right here. So the small dash is here, big dash is here. So I might go back with my eraser and make this a little bit fatter. I want it to be able to really stand on its own. There we go. I like that better. And that's why I've got that eraser right there. So I've got my two eggs, and I'll round off the tops in just a minute. The next thing I'm going to do is my third egg. I want to actually do that one different from this picture. I think I want to make it the same off to the side leaning. So I've got my small dash and my big dash. Okay, so now I've got all three eggs sitting in the middle. So I've got that done. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my bunny rabbit. I'm gonna do the pupils of the eye, and I'm just gonna make them kind of ovally. They don't have to be perfect, just float in circles right there. And then I'm going to make the iris, which is the colored part of your eye, right around it. I want to make sure I get it even. So they kind of look like little eyeballs right now. The next thing that I'm going to do, and I'll turn my page so that you can see it, I'm going to connect this part of the eye where the iris is, and this part with a little arched bridge, and this is going to be the nose. And I'm going to just push it up just a little bit. Then their nose is not like our nose. They've got little tiny slits that kind of make like a broken triangle. So we're gonna use this as the top of the triangle, make one angle here and another angle here. And they don't have to be perfect. It's just, there we go. The next part I'm gonna do is the lips of the bunny. So I want to make my bunny happy. You can make your bunny excited. You can make your bunny whatever you want. But I'm going to start probably just a little bit of space right here below. And I'm going to make it really happy because I am excited for Easter. So I got my big smile. Then I'm going to put in my tiny little buck tooth right there. Where I'm going to put that is I'm going to make a little tiny line similar to what we did for our eggs, right in between those lips, I guess. And I'm gonna angle it so that that's a really big buck tooth. Isn't that cute? And then I'm gonna make a small little line down the middle. I'm not gonna connect it all the way down. You can if you would like, but I'm not going to. The next thing is I'm gonna make the little cheeks. So these parts right here, I call those the cheeks. I have no idea if that's what you're really gonna call them. And I'm just gonna make it a little half circle, connecting it to those lips. To make my smiley face, I've got my little buck teeth. You don't have to, if you want to keep the mouth closed, you just make a little circle right here. I'm going to have mine follow the shape of the buck teeth. So I'm going to go down at an angle like I did for the teeth and follow that. And there we go. So now I've got a happy bunny. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a little bit of space way up here, and I'm going to have eyebrows. So now I've got my little eyebrows. Yay! The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to outline the face with the head. So I'm going to go from this cheek here, and I'm going to really round it up right above those eyebrows. Now here's my favorite part. I like the bunny ears. In my picture originally, I have one bunny ear folded over, and the other one is kind of standing up. I'm going to have them both folded over. So to do this, I'm going to not start from the head. I'm going to start from the folded over part. So I'm going to put my ear like that, okay? So I have kind of like a ponytail. I like that. That's cute. And I'm going to connect it to the head right there. And then the next ear is going to do the same for me. So I'm going to turn my page so that I can do it a little bit better. Now, I've got this cute little bunny, and I've got this open spot right here. You can cross that over and just make a circle. I like adding a little bit of fluff right there. So I'm going to take some triangle-like shapes to make some little bangs. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the little fluffy part around the bunny's neck. To do this, I kind of just do little tiny, like, little curve, curve, tick, curve, tick. And then it's kind of fluffy looking, and I like that. So I'm going to add a little bit more. Cute. Love it. I'm going to add a little foot right here. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to make a little circle right there. That's going to be the bunny's paw, okay? And I'm going to add 3 circles in that circle. So now you've got like the little toes, okay? You can shape the arm however you want. I'm going to have mine come out from right here to connect down. And I'm going to finish up. I'm going to erase those little circles. There we go. Connect those lines again. Perfect. So you notice I didn't put my lines all the way down. And then I'm going to connect that down underneath. Now he's got some extra space over here, so we can add those back legs. So to do a back leg, you're going to do from 2/3 of the way up the arm, go up and down back to that main paw. We're going to add our circle again, but this time way over here, and I'll show you why. I'm sure most of you know bunnies have big old back feet. So I'm going to go the length of that and make little toes. I have my bunny. Now the greatest thing about this is you can choose what color bunny or whatever you want. It can be a gray bunny like I have in my original photo. You can make it a brown spotted bunny. You can make it a pink bunny. I'm going to decorate my eggs. So real quick off the screen, I went ahead and put the nest or whatever I want to put my eggs on. So I erased my other paw because I realized it would have gotten in the way. The next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to think of what I want to design for my eggs. Originally, I did a spring egg, I did like a weird star galaxy egg, and then I did just a normal egg. I want to go with a normal Easter egg in the middle, then maybe a rainbow egg. I think that would be pretty. And then over here, well, I don't know, we'll just find out. So to do this normal egg, the eggs are round, so we're not gonna do lines straight across. So we're gonna make it look 3D by curving that line. So we curved that, so it looks a little bit more 3D. Then I'm gonna take another line, probably about a 1/2 inch, and I'm gonna try and keep with that same curve. There we go. Now let's do a zigzag. And just like with the line, it is curved with zigzags. So I'm just doing straight lines. See, and you can sketch out a line to follow with the tops of the points of the zigzags. I'll do that with you guys. So I'm following, putting the points up to that fake line that I put there so that I can make sure that my zigzag is gonna stay curvy and it's gonna make it look 3D. So that's how it looks so far. I'm gonna give it a lot of space and I'm gonna follow that same exact zigzag so I can do another line. And so I'll start again following what I already did, going back up to that line, down, and up. So there's our zigzag. Now we can take the eraser, get rid of that light line that we put there to help us keep things even. So we got our zigzags. Now I think I want to do just a plain bottom. So perfect. Now over here, what did we say? We're going to do that one a rainbow. So we're going to keep it blank for right now. We're not going to sketch anything on that one, and we'll get back to that one in just a second. So this time I'm going to do pencils. I'm going to do, let's make this one cool colors. Our cool colors are blues, greens, purples, anything that makes you feel cold, like Elsa colors. I think that's a good way to put it. This little baby blue, I like this one. I'm going to very lightly put my pencil at an angle. I don't want to go straight down because that'll make it really harsh lines and you can't get rid of those. So I'm going to, with the side of my pencil in little circles, start coloring this little band. I want it to be blue. So see how I'm doing little circles, okay? And the reason why we do it lightly and with little circles is so that we can gradually add depth or deepen the color. If we do it straight on, it'll be irreversible. So I'll show you on the back of my paper. If I do it straight on, that's a really, really pretty dark blue. But I can't take away or make this darker or anything because it's already as dark as it can be. If I do circles, and I just gradually do it, if I keep doing circles, maybe add slightly more pressure at the top here, I can make it look like it gradually gets lighter. And that's what I want to do. I want to add some depth with that. I've already filled in doing those light circles, so I'm going to take the same color and I'm just going to go on the sides here. Now this would be where the shadow comes in from the back of the egg. We're going to pretend that we have light facing on the front. So to create that depth, we have no light from the back. So we're going to go ahead and circle that in, make it a little darker. And we can pull that out as far as we want and make it a little bit more deeper. So already right there, that looks so pretty and nice, a nice gradient. I'm gonna do that to the same side over here. So I have finished making that nice gradient. See how it's brighter here in the middle? That's where our pretend light is coming from. So that's where we want it to be the lightest. I'm gonna go in with another color because I've gotten this as dark as I can get it. And I might make it a little bit darker. I feel like I want to do that. So I'm not gonna go in with black. I'm gonna go with this is like a deep bluish purple, okay? And this is just gonna add a little bit more shading. I'm not gonna bring it as far out as I brought the original blue. I brought it to about here and here. This one I'm gonna kind of keep it right between here. Do my circles. I'm not gonna go straight in too hard. And as you can see, it's starting to do some magic. So it's a little bit even more deep and more depth. So I'm doing that to this side. Green. I like green. So I'm taking the light green. I'm going to do that same thing, circles on the zigzag. I've colored in with my green. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the blue on the sides of the green here. And then I'll go in with a different color and I'll show you that in just a second. I've gone ahead and I've done my circles and made this area very dark and deep. I'm gonna add another green. I think I want to add this dark foresty green, okay? So I'm gonna do this one and we'll check back in a second. There's my green all shaded and a little bit more depth. And the next thing I'm gonna do is this bottom band right here. And I've gone ahead and just did a flat color. Now what's different about the bottom is that this part is not going to be as light as the top here because our light is coming from right here in the center, but also pointed down. So I'm going to kind of use most of this and make it this dark color and add some of that depth. So I'll come back in just a second to show you what I have. So here's that dark blue down at the bottom. You can see there's now a shadow underneath it too, whereas on the tops of these bands, it's only on the sides of the egg. So now we're gonna fill in these white parts of the egg. I think I'm gonna use pink for that. So I've added my pink, I like the colors. So now I'm going to go through, deepen these sides again. Follow where already the sides of it on the bands are darker. And then at the top here, we're gonna kind of, instead of have that thick spot of shading, we're gonna kind of come to the point so that there's that light coming through right there. So there's my pink kind of shaded in. I'm gonna go in with a darker color. I think I'm gonna go in with this magenta color right here and make the sides much deeper so that it matches the depth of the egg. I'm going to do my rainbow egg over here, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do over here. And so I started on my rainbow egg. Up here is the red and down here is the orange. To make these colors really blended, I've leaked my orange into the red, and I will do that with all the colors. Here's my rainbow egg. I added some shading behind here. I could go in, I have not gone in with the second color yet like I did these. You can go in and make this a little bit deeper if you would like. My eggs are all done. I did a polka dot over here, a zigzag and like traditional egg kind of design, and then my rainbow egg. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to do the nest. For the nest, I've got a few different colors here. I've got brown, I've got orange, I've got peach, and then I've got yellow. What I'm gonna do first is I'm just gonna color in with the peach. This is gonna be my base color. Lightly colored in. From there, I'm gonna take this, and unlike where we were shading and making it nice and pretty, I'm going to kind of harshly make some lines. So now I've got a little bit of a nest shape here. I'm gonna put down my peach color, go in lightly with some orange. With my yellow, and kind of do that same thing, but I'm gonna be a little bit more liberal with it and let it go everywhere. Short lines, long lines. Now it's got lots of colors. And the last thing I'm gonna go in with my brown, and this one's gonna be all over. So I'm going to add my brown, long line, short line. It can be messy. They don't have to be inside what you've already kind of sketched out. They can be however you want. I'm gonna go under the eggs here real dark because they have their own shadow. So I've done most of the nest, and I think I'm gonna keep going in with a little bit of this brown. The next thing is I'm gonna start on my bunny rabbit. And I'm going to start on the arms, and I'm gonna fill in the whole body, and then I'm gonna do the eyes last. So I've colored in most of my bunny right here. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my pink, and I'm going to lightly on the side, his nose a little pink. And I'm not gonna do it in the slits or anything. I'm just gonna make it all around that nose part right there, like that. Next part, I'm going to take my pink, and I'm gonna do the little bottoms of his feet, little circles. I've got pink feet and a pink nose. Going to the eyes now, I've made mine a little bit bigger, and I'm going to take my little pencil that I was using, and I'm gonna cut out a little circle right here. This is gonna be the shine from the light that we have. I'm just gonna shade this in because this is where I want the pupil to be. With this space out here, I'm going to finish circling it in and go up a little bit more. So doing whatever colors I want. I think I want to do a blue and green for this. So I'm going to take this nice light green, and just like my others and my eggs and everything, I'm going to lightly shade it in a dark green, and I'm going to only shade it in on the lower half. And then I'm going to add add a dark blue to the bottom third of the eye. So I've gone and taken my black pencil and I've colored in and outlined the eyes. I messed up a little bit there, but that's okay. Now I'm gonna take my dark black pencil. I'm gonna shade in parts of the bunny. So here's how my bunny looks so far. I've shaded in the sides of it because remember that light is hitting right here. And then I think I'm gonna go in and add some red and darks in here and then maybe some pinks on the ears. So now that I've kind of blended that in a little bit more, right here, his little scarf part of him, I'm going to shade that as well. And I'm gonna add some more texture in here to make it more fluffy looking. So I've added in some stripes, and how I did that is I just kind of pulled it down to look like tufts of fur and made these areas a little darker over here because this is of course underneath his chin, so we're gonna make that look like it's under it by shading around those edges a little bit more so it's nice and pretty like that. And finally, with our bunny picture, we can add some grass. In the original photo, I just kind of, scribbled some grass in there. You can be more detailed. You can add some flowers. You can do whatever you want. So I've added my basic grass just by coloring a little bit here and adding a little shading to the background. I'm going to use my dark green now, and I'm going to go underneath that bunny and make it look like he's really standing on top of that grass by making it real deep in color. So like I said I was gonna do, I'm adding a little bit of grass and I'm just adding them all over. And I can not only use this green, but I can go back in with that light green that I was using. So I went ahead and I put Happy Easter on here. I didn't put it on this one, but I wanted to try it. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is, remember that marker at the beginning of the tutorial? I'm gonna take this marker and I'm going to outline everything. And the reason I do that is because it really makes it pop. And I finished outlining it. I added in some black lines in here with my marker. I also outlined some of the pieces of grass. I've made the lines a lot more visible for my eggs, and I think it looks really cute. Yeah, share pictures of what yours looks like. Send them in and we can post them for you because these are gonna look awesome, I can already tell. Thank you again so much, guys, for watching and doing this with me. Y'all have a wonderful time and enjoy your little Easter picture.